Hi everyone, welcome to your July tarot card reading. Thanks so much for being here. I have two quick announcements. The first about my schedule, and then the second about my services and changes to my channel, okay? First of all, if you're interested in booking a private reading, I'm only going to be available the first couple of weeks of July, sort of piggybacking from June, okay? I'm moving to Europe, and I'm going to need a couple weeks to travel there, get settled, find a place, an apartment, all that good stuff. So I'm just going to be, my mind's not going to be in the proper place to be doing private readings. So I'll keep my website up, but if you book, at the last part of July, I'm probably not going to deliver your reading until August. So I just wanted to let you know that as well. Changes to my services, okay? I'm officially undergoing, learning astrology. I'm beginning. I would never call myself an astrologer at this point in time, and I've said that many, many times. But I am going to start offering software generated reports alongside your tarot card reading. So if it's your birthday and you want your birthday solar return snapshot, I'll be able to offer that for you. If you want, your next 3, 6 months or a year-long transit report, types of things that you can expect, progressive reports, all those types of things. Again, it's not my interpretation, it will be computer generated, but it will be an add-on to your tarot card readings if that's something that you guys want. As far as astrocartography, I'm going to be offering a little bit of a service since I am learning and really delving into that realm of astrology. I will be offering some analysis for that as well within the next couple of weeks. You'll be able to book that on my website. It'll be very basic, very simple. It will be very cost effective because, again, I'm not a professional yet, so I'm still learning, so you'll kind of need to bear with me and just deal with the fact that I might take, a more simplistic approach to it and just kind of do some pinpoints and some bullet points for you and that kind of thing. My channel is going to expand and begin to incorporate more astrology as well, because it is truly a passion of mine. Not so much talking about transits and what this full moon means. I think we all kind of have, if you like that kind of thing, you probably have an astrologer that you like already. So I don't want to try to piggyback on anyone else. I kind of want to take a little bit of a different road with it and offer something unique and something very different and something that I hope provides value. But that will come in time as I study and as I grow and as I learn. It will come in time. But I just want to let you know that my channel will be changing. I will likely change the name of my channel as well. And when I feel comfortable, then I will begin to offer private or personalized astrological readings for you, okay? But in the meantime, thanks for listening. Enjoy your July reading. And that's it. Thank you so much. Bye. Hello Capricorn, how are you? Welcome to your July reading. Thanks so much for being here. Let's go ahead and just dive right in and get started, okay? Already been preparing the deck for you. Okay. All right, coming in is the Three of Wands. I love the Three of Wands, but it kind of puts you in a little bit of a state of waiting, I feel. Waiting for a sign, waiting for an indication, a go-ahead, the wave of a flag, something. Waiting for an opportunity, communication coming in. But still very optimistic and very opportunistic as well, searching for outlets, searching for new places. This is also a card of travel as well, so some of you may be thinking about distance travel, okay? A state of readiness here, a readiness and a ready to pounce and ready to take action towards something, all right? What's blocking you is interesting to have that readiness, but what's blocking you is the initiation. Number one, okay? Number one in the major arcana is that power to get things started, right? The magician is the one that has all the tools at his or her disposal. And all you have to do is just reach out and grab one and begin the creation process. So maybe some of you are having a difficult time seeing how this is all going to fit together or how this is all going to work. Some of you may even have someone specific that may be working against you as well, a partner perhaps. But the Magician is kind of a slippery character sometimes, you know, difficult to be trusted. And I don't know what's going on in the planets this month, but there's certainly something causing this lack of trust around not just you guys, but a lot of the signs I've been reading for. And I started with Cancer, your opposite sign. So, you know, lack of trust or feeling like you're getting the wool pulled over your eyes, or maybe someone did. Okay, or someone is right now. So just be cognizant of the people around you, because I do feel that there might be someone working against you. And there may be someone, some of you may actually be working against yourself as well. Like maybe you're kind of even psyching yourself out that this next thing that you're waiting for is going to be perfect, or this next phase is going to be everything that you needed, right? But yet you're kind of having a difficult time like truly believing it and truly manifesting it, okay? Three of Swords. It's a card of heartbreak and sorrow. I'm happy it's in the foundational position because it means that you're in the healing phase or the healing part of whatever it is. It's tough, you know, and to be honest, I'll just kind of preempt this. I might as well just say it now. All the signs I've been reading for so far have been more on the soul level this month, all right? There's a lot of relationship dynamics, but it's because it seems that we're all just kind of in this internal state of transformation, right? We've kind of all been in hermit mode the past couple months, and now it's like really getting to that time where we're gonna have to harness that true change. If we don't, we revert back, all right? You can't look back now. You've already done the hard work. You've already gone through the worst of it. So the only thing you can do is to embrace the change, okay? And the Hierophant reverse. Some of you went through a divorce. Some of you went through a breakup. Some of you went through a pretty significant heartbreak or significant disappointment. Some shakeup to your institutions, your family, your marriage, your relationship, whatever. Even some of you at work as well. It could have really hit you on multiple different levels, right? The past 3, 4, 5 months have really been hard. Like, it's hard, okay? And when the Hierophant gets disrupted, I mean, this is the card of Taurus, but now this is just me that does this. This is not like a thing. I see the Hierophant as being very, very similar to the Devil. Even though this is Taurus, which is ruled by Venus, I see it as being ruled by Saturn. Okay, that's just my thing, because when you're talking about conformity and tradition and societal norms and the things that we should do and those deep-rooted conditioning, the deep-rooted conditions, because Taurus is actually the second house, right, of the zodiac wheel, and it does speak to like our sense of self-worth and the things that we identify with, you know, and those kind of getting deconstructed. And now you're like, well, maybe what I'm taught and what I've been told my whole life isn't really exactly what I've been needing. You know, and maybe this Magician really even represents your individuality, reaching a state, an individuated state, becoming more individualized, more thinking for yourself. Now, this may be cultural, okay, or may not resonate to some of you based on your culture and based on your upbringing, right? This may resonate to people more in Western cultures, but even still, just because you may be in a more controlled state or country or culture doesn't mean that you don't feel a sense of self. And I'm sensing a great deal of self coming in and identifying what truly makes you happy and not what makes you happy because you're told that it should. And the Ace of Coins is a new opportunity coming in, a new opportunity for love, for change in general, okay? Aces always, and this is one, right? Number one. So aces always represent something new, a new potential coming in. But the Ace of Coins coming in is something real, something tangible, something that you can have. So in a relationship standpoint, it may be a real relationship. If your relationship has ended or it went through a significant change, all right, this is that opportunity to rectify and to begin planting new seeds. I'm not going to say starting fresh, but starting from a more educated and more wise beginning, because you've learned lessons, you've gone through hardship, you've gone through stuff. And now your new chapter, quote unquote, isn't without education. It's not without experience, therefore making it more likely to take hold or more likely to be something that is better suited for you. And the Moon. Look, you are in a limbo. And as much as you may sit there and tell yourself that you know exactly who you are and you know exactly where you're going, don't place too much responsibility on yourself right now, because not yourself, but not versus other people, but versus the higher self, okay, or the source or God or whatever you want to call, however you relate, because the Moon is an angel watching out for you. It is a state of illusion, right? When you think of the moon, let's think of the full moon. It's bright, it's glowing, but it's not producing the light. It's reflecting the light. That light is a reflection. It is an illusion, right? So you have to be careful of what you perceive your reality to be, because it's likely something else. Now, in today's day and age, we know the moon doesn't produce light, but how long have we known that? You know, at what stage, for how many thousands and thousands and thousands of years did human beings believe that the moon produced light? You know what I mean? So you have to be careful of your conditioning, because your conditioning is being proven to be wrong for you. And Capricorn, being ruled by Saturn, responding very well to restrictions, to expectations, to order, to learning, okay, and to wisdom through experience. When those things become shattered or become challenged, it can be a little bit more difficult for you than it can be for other people. Right? Like, let's say Aquarius, which is ruled by Uranus, like they're much more able to rebel. Be careful of your own ability to have tunnel vision. And ask yourself, maybe what else is there? What else could there be? To be open to the possibilities, because this may be a seed that you never thought you'd plant, and yet it could be the most successful of all. And the Four of Wands. See, this is a card of roots and foundations, and, you know, reaching back to our conditioning and what feels comfortable. It's a happy card, don't get me wrong. It is a card of balance and marriage and celebration and goodness. Four of Wands is a card of overall happiness and joy, right? And I know you're seeing the silver lining in what it is you've gone through. Maybe some of you are seeking to establish new roots, right? Something new. There may be it may be a good time to spend with friends and family and to reconnect with your like home space, like where you came from, right? Like some of you may be considering moving back to where you came from, or just visiting family. It's summertime, it's 4th of July, you know, maybe there's some familial connection there that will help you to reconnect in a time when you are feeling so incredibly disconnected. And the 5 of Coins coming out in your environment. See, disconnected. What did I just say? Maybe feeling rejected, feeling hurt very much on your own. I kind of see this as like the one who gets left behind. Let me actually move this over a little bit. The one who gets left behind. The one that feels forgotten. Again, it's an illusion. You're not actually forgotten, okay? But you may feel that way. Unimportant, feeling sad, feeling like you're not good enough, or it may be feeding insecurities, right, as well. So be cognizant of that. Sometimes that rejection feeds the demons inside of us, that thing that we want to feel good enough, we want to feel, and especially for a Capricorn, right, public perception, the 10th house, how others see you, how others perceive you to be is very, very important. Again, I'm generalizing. I know you all have planets in different houses and all that jazz, but essentially speaking, it is how you are viewed, your career success and your value based on your success and your standing in your community. So when you are feeling rejected, it kind of hits a little bit harder than it might for someone else. And the 9 of Cups, fearful of, this is an ego thing, I think, fearful of having to acknowledge your pride, I think. There does seem to be a message coming through for me about not being good enough. Something about not being good enough. Some of you may be embarking upon new journeys to prove that you are good enough, but you're trying, it's almost as though you're proving that you're good enough for someone else, but in so facto convincing yourself that you are as well. Okay. Some of you may be trying to prove that to a love that you never had. Some of you proving it to parents and family and culture and your community. Some of you may be trying to prove that again to yourself. And the Star. Reversed. It's hard to embark upon a new journey if you are feeling misguided. Again, okay, so this is the card of Aquarius. It's so weird. When I actually had to stop my camera because when I first started, I was like, okay, Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. But when I started talking, I was like, hello, Aquarius. And it just came out of my mouth. I have no idea why. But that is the card of Aquarius, but it's in the reversal, okay? And Aquarius, as we know, is a card of individualization, a very individual person, a very rebellious sign, right, ruled by Uranus. And it is, like I said, rebellious. It works against the state. It works against the system. You're having a very an internal battle within yourself about what's right. what you should do, what you should feel. And in so doing, you're losing your way. It's so important to remain connected to yourself, right? If you're in a relationship, and this is something that you're like, you know, again, I think that this month is more about the soul. All right. It's not so much about you and other people. It's about you and your relationship with yourself. Remember, the past couple months, it's been like, oh, we're all in hermit mode. We're all retreating. We're all, yeah, but you don't retreat for nothing. You retreat to go through something. So here we are. We're all going through it together. Okay. It's all very mystical. It's all very beneath the surface. And it will affect our relationship with others, but more and more and more importantly, it's affecting your relationship with yourself. Okay, so as much as I would like to be about this romantic reading, whatever, it's just not going to be that way. The star in reversed is a need for healing. A need for... again, acknowledgement of the wounds. Some of you need to dig into your depths, your inner psyche, okay? The stars are around her head. She's wearing a crown of stars, you guys, all right? A crown around the mind. Aquarius ruled by the mind. You need to go into your mind and unlock your own Pandora's box. I said this for another sign as well. I forget which one. Go into your dungeon and unlock and let it free, because it's not going to heal unless you give it the recognition that it needs. Because you may be seeking from an external standpoint, from materialistic standpoints, okay? I'm not good enough because I don't have this thing, or I don't have this education, or I'm not good enough because I don't travel, or because I don't. You're dumping on yourself. You're doing this to yourself, I think. And your outside world will very quickly begin to reflect and begin to prove everything that you are not. Simple law of attraction type stuff, right? Your outside world reflects your inside world. Death. What did I just say? Transformation. This is the number 8, the house of Scorpio, the card of Scorpio. Sorry, 13, but I don't know why I said 8. The 8th house, the card of Scorpio. Death and transformation, regeneration, the breakdown and the deconstruction of who we were, and the emergence and the metamorphosis of our soul into who we are meant to become. All right, it's no joke. It's a heavy month. I feel like I'm saying everything for the same stuff for all the same signs, which just tells me we're all going through it together, which means you need to be empathetic toward other people and give yourself a break. No one can be harder on themselves than a Capricorn. Maybe except for a Virgo. But seriously, like, you guys, it's okay. You need to let it happen. You need to kind of lean into that dark place, okay? And I'm going to use the word dark, but when I say dark, I don't mean bad. I just mean subconscious. That place that you do not recognize. And this could go way, way, way back. It doesn't have to be like a recent breakup. Your recent breakup could have been symptomatic of something that is rooted in your childhood, okay? But it's all going to be different for everybody. But this runs deep. This is a thick energy. And you're halting your own healing through resistance, which is one trait that Capricorn is very immune to. Resistance, Saturn. Because that's your natural state. You grow and you push and you're steadfast and you persevere and you're like workhorses, but you should yourself. all the time. I should do this because that is what I'm told I should do. Well, no more. What do you want to do? What do you want? What do you need? Living a life of pretense, but yet there is no substance to that, as shown with the 5 of coins. Artisan of coins. This is the card of Virgo. You may have been dealing with a past earth sign or another earth sign, Virgo or Taurus, but someone that is very elusive, someone that is very uninvolved, someone that in and of it's they themselves are going through their own thing, like I've said. I'm almost kind of seeing this person as a leader, leading you, showing by example. Like this may have been someone that had to go into the darkness first in order to make it okay for you to enter the darkness. They had to show their dark side in order for you to show yours. Again, dark meaning your subconscious side. Doesn't mean you're all terrible people, okay? But the wounds, you know, and I am learning a little bit about astrology, and you know, we all have Chiron in our chart, and Chiron is that wounded healer. And I have kind of a soft spot for that planet because of the story behind it. You know, he was born a centaur, an immortal centaur, rejected by both of his parents because of his appearance. He was not a man, he was not a horse, but yet he was both, and he was immortal, because his father was a god or a titan, and rejected. He was then adopted and taught to be a healer. So he goes, the one peaceful centaur in the whole community, right, goes up to the mountains and guides and mentors gods like Achilles and Hercules. Well, one day Hercules is having a battle with the other centaurs, which are not a peaceful people, right, not a peaceful group. But Achilles' poisoned arrow accidentally strikes Chiron. And Chiron is then destined to an immortal life with a wound that is destined to never heal. So he takes Prometheus' place, chained to a rock. Prometheus is being punished by Zeus. And the only way Prometheus can get freedom is if an immortal trades his life. So in order for Prometheus to get free, he trades his life with Chiron so that Chiron can then die, so he does not have to have pain anymore. And Prometheus is set free, now an immortal. Okay, so I mean, I'm sorry, I know that was a long story, but it's a very sad story. And it's that healing and that wound, that poisoned arrow that I think that you're needing to acknowledge. Sorry, I totally went like way off board. But I feel like this is someone that is guiding you through this process. Hope I didn't lose you. I get all excited about it because I'm just learning. That's just my own thing. But like, I feel like this is someone that's like guiding you and showing you and helping you, but they themselves are also wounded at the same time. But that they in some way have made it okay. Okay, I'm not going to talk about mythology anymore. 2 of Wands, I'm totally losing track. Okay, 5 of Wands. 2 of Wands, the new visualization, the new world, the new realm, okay? But it seems to me like you are gazing to the past, and it's causing difficulties in the future. Like, I think that you're going to be kicking and screaming coming into the new month, into August, okay? Because this is a reading for July. Kicking and screaming into August because you're still dealing with this. It's going to be a carried over energy. You are trying to make sense of the past. This is very deep, far reaching, okay? It's those deep wounds, right, that I'm talking about. It's the sad part of the story. It's the sadness in your life. It's, you know, it's kind of like the part of your life that hurts the most, but that in an effect is your true power. You know, It is how you contribute to the goodness of the world by acknowledging and exposing that wound. It's kind of like the people that get up and share their very sad stories in order to help heal other people, you know, but they must first expose themselves, and they must first talk about that really, really hard thing that they went through in order to move past and to contribute and to help others. And the Ace of Swords, okay? Sharpness of mind. This is coming through really, really sharp for me, and I don't know why. Like, really not friendly, but an acknowledgement, a cold, hard reality, a sword that's a catch-22. You kind of lose both ways. It's going to cut you no matter what. But it will expose what needs to be exposed within your deep and dark self-conscious. There's something that you are hiding, okay? And it's not going to, you're not going to be able to leave the 8th house, leave this death phase until you cut through. And Devotee of Coins, this is a message from someone. It's also an offering to Venus, like, well, sorry, this is an image of a woman making an offering to the statue of Venus, if you can see that there. And there is like an offer at play, right? Or there may be an offer at play. I said that wrong. So maybe it's the same person, your own healer, this healer of yours that has showed you that it is okay to move forward, that it is okay to feel the way you feel. All right? And I feel like there's a gift here, but it's in a really ugly disguise for some reason. Two of Coins reversed. See, no more this pretense, this facade, this fakeness, whatever it is, this like upholding the mask, it's not going to fly anymore. You can't keep doing it. The universe is going to force you to stop juggling, simplify your life, because if you don't, like here's 5 of Wands, that's that card of games and superficiality and, you know, all of these things that are not necessarily the healthiest things. And the 10 of Wands. I think you're afraid of what must be done, you guys. Like, I understand. This is not, I mean, your reading is really, really like more heavy than others. They're all kind of the same, but this is, I think, really, really reaching to the past. Childhood traumas, right? There could really be something that's surfacing for you. But it is how you heal. These, whatever, some of you may even have like some vices, pills, alcohol, you know, shallow, meaningless sex or trysts, or, you know, taking pleasure in work and becoming a workaholic. You know, these types of vices are not going to be able to be your band-aid anymore. It is going to be a lot of work to heal, but I think that you must. And Justice in reverse. Your outcomes are coming out reverse as major arcanas, meaning there's inner work to be done. I think you have been betrayed, whether it's by your parents, whether it's by a lover, whether it is by someone. Like someone struck you with their poisoned arrow, dooming you an immortal life, you know, a life of eternity in pain with a wound that can never heal, okay? There's something, the universe is asking you to give something up. For some of you, it's your pride. For some of you, it's your status. For some of you, it's money. For some of you, it's something that you value. And no, it's not fair. Four of Cups coming out. I think that's reversed. I see the Four of Cups reverse as being just very unsure and being, you know, maybe a little bit more reactionary, being an earth sign. I'm not going to say the earth signs, I mean, every sign has feelings, every sign has emotions, but Capricorn is a little bit slow to process a lot of times because of the Saturnian influence. A little bit slow to get to that point of saying, yes, I feel this, and being able to truly identify and acknowledge that that's what it is. But now I think that you may be feeling feelings a little bit faster, a little faster than normal, a little bit more intensely than normal. And it could be kind of throwing you for a loop a little bit, causing that Five of Wands, you know, kind of that, that little emotional temper tantrum, right? Because it hurts. And the Four of Coins. The tunnel vision that I was talking about, this is a card of Narcissus, all right? So be careful that you do not wallow in your self-pity, right? Chiron could have sat there and cried and been playing a pity party for the rest of his life, or for eternity, because he feels sorry for himself, right? But instead, he decides to give up his immortality to help Prometheus, the one true power that he really, really had. And be careful to not be so tunnel visioned and to not think so much that you are such a victim, because here you are being asked to set yourselves free, and you have to choose to do that. Remember, a narcissist stares at himself in the mirror in the river so long that eventually he falls in and drowns. He gets so enamored by himself that he drowns. Now is your opportunity to say, I'm not that. Right? It's the ego, it's the pride. I know that that's not something that you want to reduce or to let go. It is going to require an admission of something. And the Four of Swords, 444. Four of Swords, mental activity. You have not had a break. You've needed a break, Capricorn, but you have not taken a break. And now it's all consolidated and it's all coming out. I know you guys haven't taken a break. I know you haven't. I know you haven't because you never do. You need one. Okay? Some of you are dealing with some very serious stuff. Illness. Death, even actual death. Actual passing of people. Your own addictions, your own vices, your own devils and demons. Okay? And you just kept going. You just kept doing it. You have not taken a break. 10 of Cups. See, the Ace of Coins is your token to get to the 10 of Cups. And it will be that kicking and screaming through, right? Like the kid that's kicking and screaming in the grocery store and because the mom doesn't buy candy. Well, the mom doesn't buy its candy, so the kid learns its lesson so that he can't kick and scream to get what he wants. You know, like it's ultimately for the best of the child to not give in, to not allow, you know, your child to be entitled. Capricorn, you are not entitled to anything. No one is. Entitlement is something stupid that our society and whatever has made up, right? Entitled because of your birth, entitled because of how you grew up or whatever. It's nothing. It's an illusion. Remember, you're not entitled to anything. The universe owes you nothing. I'm sorry. I know this is such a dark reading and I'm going to get so many terrible comments. I'm like, my stomach is churning just thinking about it. But I'll keep my comments open. But you know what? Maybe for some of you, this will help ease the blow. Maybe it will. The Enchantress of Wands, a fire sign. Someone who has inflicted something on you or who has influenced this situation in some way. An elusive person, a passionate person, but someone that does not need you, someone very independent, someone very much with his or her own agenda. All right? They are a very elusive, illusionary person with the Moon and the Ace of Swords. I think there will be a reality about this person, or you will be hit with the reality about that person. An unattainable person, causing weakness, causing tiredness, causing they are your Achilles heel. Let's go with the mythology. I went through that whole Chiron thing. We might as well lean into it. We got Narcissus here. We've got Achilles heel, his weakness, his ultimate downfall. That's what this person is, or that's what this situation is. A mother for some of you. The Chariot. Look, this is the card of Cancer. It's the card of Leo. There may be a Leo for you guys. The Cancer. A crab. Hard shell, soft on the inside. A hard exterior, soft on the inside. A need or a desire for you to do that, to protect your inner worlds, your inner constellations, okay? I often see this as being a very, I kind of am seeing this as like a sad card lately, and I don't know why, because I see this warrior Pharaoh coming in on his golden chariot with his child. I don't know if you guys can see how stern his face is. And even though he's being celebrated, and even though he's being crowned, okay, he knows what had to be done in order to get there. So while the world may be celebrating, and on the outside you're projecting this image of goodness and grandeur and perfection and all of this, on the inside, it's completely the opposite. It is the black and white of our soul. Seven of Coins. Is it worth hanging on to? I think you're fearful of letting something go that you invested so much. You invested so much into something, and I'm not saying you will let it go, okay? I'm not saying that you're all getting divorced or you're all breaking up, or I'm not saying any of that. This is a journey that that almost does not involve other people. It could be because, or be, you know, rooted in relationships with other people, but ultimately it's inside of you. And Seven of Coins, which is a card of dissatisfaction. When you really start looking at the brass tacks, are you at the Seven of Coins or are you at the Ten of Cups? You're not here yet. I think you will have an opportunity to get there, but you're not there yet. But some of you may need to give something up, like Chiron gives up his immortality to find peace, to give up your power to find happiness. And the Three of Coins, a beautiful way to end a very tough and very intense reading, okay? It's a card of creativity and a card of manifestation and a card of communication and finding creative solutions. It is a card of expression. It's a card of communication, a card of growth, a card of learning, all right? So at the end of all of this, the universe will ensure that whatever it stripped you of, it will replace it with something better or something else. Something that you are more meant and better suited to have and better suited to do. This is deep-rooted metamorphosis is what this is, okay? Please be gentle in your comments. I know what this is kind of going to happen. I know, and sorry for my long Chiron story. But you guys, don't take it lightly. Don't suppress it. Don't reject it. Lean into it. Allow it to wash over you. It will make it easier, because the more you resist, the more Saturn is going to push, because it needs you to learn. That is the point. That is the purpose of Saturn and your planet. I didn't get the devil here, okay? I didn't get your card, but I'm seeing it with this. That's my own thing. I wish you nothing but the best. I really, really do. You guys deserve to make your way through this. You deserve to let go of that pain and those emotional hiccups that are preventing you from achieving your full potential. Okay? All right. Ugh, I'll let you guys go. Thanks so much. Bye.